Thank you, Molly, Meredith, and all of JWI. I am really humbled to be on this stage today, accepting this award with all of these other inspirational women. These past years of getting to know everybody, albeit on Zoom, has really been an honor. I'm going to start today with a little story. Let me tell you a story about a woman who came into our closet a few years ago. This is just one little story in 10 years of doing this, but I think it tells a lot. One of our shoppers, Tasha, came into the Our Closet pop-up monthly. She was living in a women's shelter with her 3-year-old son, desperately trying to move out, but struggling to find the way. One day, she came in and she whispered to me, "Do you have any maternity clothes?" My immediate reaction was to shriek with excitement, wish her congratulations, and give her a big hug. But she was taken aback. "What are you congratulating me for? Neither father is involved. Now, with 2 mouths to feed, I will never get out of the shelter." And she was right. I was thinking from my perspective, not hers. We spent the next 9 months clothing Tasha and her expanding belly, her 3-year-old son, and her unborn child. We spoke to her about her dreams and her goals, and we tried to offer resources, but most importantly, we listened. We provided the dignity of shopping and chatting with a sales associate, selecting clothes, and walking out with clothing that she could be proud of, all with a newfound confidence. These are all things that most of us in this room take for granted. So time moved on. We had streams of other shoppers walking through the doors, each with their own stories. And then one day, about 18 months later, Tasha reappeared, her baby boy on her hip. She looked beautiful, glowing like a new mother, and she had an even more beautiful story to share. Through a program at her shelter, she was able to find childcare. She enrolled in a program to work in the prison system. She graduated and had gained employment. She was moving out of the shelter that month into her first apartment with her 2 boys and her mother. And she looked at me and all of the other people working at Our Closet and said, "I never could have done it without Our Closet. You treated me so well. You gave me confidence to believe in myself, and you gave me the strength to make this happen. You provided so much more than clothing." And this is when I knew that what started as this really small idea in my garage was actually making a difference. We were providing clothing, as so many other people do, but we did it in a novel way. We were meeting people where they are, in their neighborhoods. We were making it easy. We went to community centers and health clinics, homeless shelters, and schools. We gave out flyers on buses and in food banks, and we hosted pop-up shops in churches and in synagogues. We were onto something special, and we were making an impact. This had to grow. Then we merged with JFCS, we grew exponentially, and we continued to serve more and more. And the truth is, what I learned through all of this over the last 10 years at Our Closet is that this is really not hard stuff. Helping people is just not hard stuff. And this is where my pearl comes in. Actually, I have 2. The first pearl is from my Mima, a very wise woman, my mother's mother, and she once said, "You can't decide at the end of your days who you want to be. You need to figure that out now and start making that happen." And my second pearl is from Brian Stevenson of the Equal Justice Initiative, and it's connected to my first. Brian often says that the key to making a difference in any community is by being in that community, being proximate to the people that you want to serve and the issues that you want to address. As Mima said, we all need to think about and decide who we want to be in this life. But once we decide that, as Brian says, the onus is on us to make that happen. Get into the weeds, dig in, look at the issues facing our community, and do something about it. It's really not hard. And often a simple solution like Our Closet, even the simplest ideas like that, affecting everyday people like Tasha every single day, really matter. Thank you so much.